Good evening, residents of Cecil County. I am Tom Nolan, and this is Cecil County News. Tonight, I want to discuss with you a few important matters. Amid a wave of criticism over the Republican Club of Cecil County's executive board members overstaying their terms, a meeting was finally held in order to hold an election. However, the club is receiving backlash from several of its dues-paying members for the manner in which the election was conducted. All candidates listed on the ballot ran unopposed. Attempts by members to nominate candidates from the floor, as established in Robert's Rules of Order, which club rules default to when their constitution and bylaws state otherwise, were ruled as out of order by Alan McCarthy, the county executive and sitting club president. The nomination committee consisted of Virginia Sanders, Scott Adams, Joyce Bowlesby, and Bruce England, all of whom were appointed by McCarthy. After the votes were cast, the ballots, meant to be secret, were counted on the floor by the executive board. We can only describe what passes for a Republican club election as bogus, and not unlike elections held in third world dictatorships. We couldn't help but overhear McCarthy wingman Roger Owens shouting slurs at critics from the background. Considering the negative publicity he's gotten recently, he might want to avoid making a spectacle of himself. But I digress. The newly elected members of the Republican Club's leadership are as follows. Bruce Leith was elected to be the club president, replacing County Executive Alan McCarthy. Mr. Leith is a concessions manager for the Philadelphia Phillies and a member of Cecil County's own Republican Central Committee. The position of club vice president went to Mr. Al Miller, the counselor for Cecil County District 3 and salesperson for New Holland Tractors. The club secretary position remains held by Jane Hendrickson, the incumbent. Little is known to us about Miss Hendrickson except for her romantic relationship with County Executive McCarthy. The position of club treasurer also remains held by its incumbent, Virginia Sanders. Sanders is a longtime member of the club and present throughout the corruption, reaching all the way back to the time of Terry Moore, whose husband was the club president. Among the critics of the unusual manner by which this election was conducted are Travis Marion, the mayor of Rising Sun and popular figure in the community, who later described the event on Facebook as a circus. Joining Marion in dissent is District 4 Councilor Jackie Gregory, who stood up to lambaste the fraud and suggest legal action if club rules are not followed. Past District 2 Councilor Joyce Bowlesby criticized Gregory in turn and later wrote a libelous letter to the Cecil Whig editor, describing Gregory's employment by the school district as a violation of the county's charter laws. However, Gregory only works part-time for the school and has never voted for or endorsed any measure that would benefit it. Many dismiss the criticism by saying that it's just a club, but many who live in Cecil County look to the Republican Club as an honest organization and seriously consider candidates who receive their endorsements, and the club also makes monetary donations. It is frankly a shame to see this once reputable club sink so low.
It has been seconded already.
No.
Donna, no, they seconded the motion that was made over here out of order. McCarthy
If
seconded.
everybody's talking, we can hear nothing. Please be quiet. Do we have a motion?
Yes,
Do we have a second?
Are we good?
yes.
Joyce, would you repeat that?
You're not giving the people time to, you have to take things from the floor. You didn't take nominations from the floor. You have not, we went to vote in April and you turned it down. People put in their name to be on your nominating committee and you have not contacted anybody.
Correct.
Where did you get the nominating committee? You have not taken anything from the body. In here it says you have to work with the membership. You are not working with the membership.
President,
Yes, You're out of order, please.
You're out of
We
order
have
if
a
you tell the
motion on
truth.
the
Don't tell
floor.
the truth.
It's been seconded, and now someone's called for a vote.
No, I called for a vote in April and you said no.
You are out of order. If you insist, I'll ask Sergeant Arms to remove you from this meeting.
I don't
okay?
think so. I don't think
I
so.
am not out of order. You are out of order.
I don't think so.
I'm going to tell you why you're out of order. Is you have not followed the bylaws. You have not done one thing for this group. In April, when we wanted to have an election, and then people were nominated from the floor, you said no. That's it.
All right. We're calling a vote.
Excuse me, can we have a discussion about this and then look at it?
He asked, he called for
Haven't
discussion.
given us an opportunity to discuss it.
I'm sorry, we called for discussion.
No, ma'am,
We did. I called for discussion. I said, is there any discussion?
and we got
There
cut
was a-
off.
No, you did not get cut off. Then there was a motion to close the nominations. It was seconded.
Because that's not what happened.
You closed it.
We're out of line. You just heard Joyce, you didn't hear anyone else.
That's rude.
It is out of order. Who made the motion?
I made the motion.
Joyce Bowlesby made a motion. It was seconded by
Farley.
However, before Joyce made a motion,
For
someone
discussion, one at a
spoke.
time.
But if someone speaks, you don't allow discussion.
Sorry?
That's correct.
They should take nominations from the
We
floor.
have a motion on the
You had to have a meeting before. You had to have an announcement.
All in favor, say aye.
No.
You have selective hearing.
All in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye.
All opposed?
Renee, swing!
The loudest voices do not win. It's the
Well, then,
lowest.
let's raise our hand.
Right? It's all about what you all want, and not hear what the people want.
Let them fill it out, they can write it in the canvas. We have a ballot, you do not have to vote for it. Write in the people that you would like to see, and hand up the ballot, see what we got.
Is this how this goes every time? Yeah. This is my first meeting, and I cannot believe this is happening.
Your first meeting?
Yes.
You don't even have the right to vote.
Are you kidding me? I don't want to vote, and I'm here to take vote myself.
You just said, okay.
Since when did you become overused? Oh, I'm out of here. Okay.
We'll never see the vote. All eligible voters, please come up and get your ballot so you can vote on that.
Following the bylaws, okay?
You had a group of 9 people who volunteered to be, and I've discussed it with you. You had a group of 9
I
people who
don't care at
volunteered.
this point, okay?
Well, you should care because.
I did. I have very, very respectable people basically who chose the candidates, and here they are.
You've
If
had
you
people
don't-
who've been involved with the club.
I'm sorry?
He does
No, I'm allowed, this is a public meeting, I'm allowed to video, this is gonna go all
And the
over.
ballots, this meeting will come to an end, okay?